Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Meet CC. Today we are honoured. We have got Mr. Aetam here. Hello, how are you, sir?
Hello, I'm fine, and I'm honoured to be here.
Oh, it's good to have you, buddy. So we'll dive straight in, as we do, and we'll work our way through the questions. Feel free, answer however freely, however you want to, whatever you'd like to go through. We're all ears. We're here to get to know you more. So, in-game name and gamer type. Obviously, I've just probably completely and utterly butchered it by saying Aetam.
No. Aetam is how I could pronounce it, but I'm not that. I think it's not that important. It's basically it was generated by a random name generator for a Kobold Shaman in the game Dark Age of Camelot a long time ago.
Yep.
And the name just stuck with me because, the good thing about this name is that it's usually not taken, and that means, usually when you go into any online game, right, you have to fight for your nickname or you have to add a lot of numbers for it. Yeah. But Aetam is usually free, so it's nice.
Nice. How long have you had it?
It's Dark Age of Camelot was before World of Warcraft came out, so that gives you maybe some. So a few years before World of Warcraft came out, I would say.
Wow,
but that was
many years ago. Many years ago. And how long have you been playing World of Warships? What's your favourite ship as well? What do you enjoy playing?
So I've started World of Warships with the open beta, I think. Yeah. And I came from World of Tanks, and I got fed up with World of Tanks, honestly, and I was looking for something else, and Warships came along. Mm-hmm. And I do like ships, so I've stuck with it since then.
Nice.
And my favorite ship is, I think, the Shimakaze.
Oh,
just an awesome ship. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's one of the few ships that's very, how to put it, it's not really been changed much, has it, since the start of the game? It's kind of just carried on as is. I haven't noticed many buffs or nerfs or anything like that to her. She's almost.
Yeah, like originally they were only the 20-kilometer top, so they added that a bit, and then there was a concealment tweak, I think maybe 2 years ago or something. But yeah, it's mostly plays the same.
It's nice to see that though. They've not felt the need to, massively go from one side to the other with her. So yeah, it's good. It's good, and she's a nice ship. I do agree with you there. I think she might have been my first tier 10. I can't remember, something like that.
My first tier 10 was the Yamato, but I don't enjoy her as much.
Well, I think a lot of people would have had the Yamato as the first tier 10 though as well. It's kind of one of those iconic ships, isn't it? From back in the days of these huge big battleships. It's one that a lot of people know straight away just by name. So it's understandable that. What other games outside of Warships can we find you on? What do you enjoy playing? What other games do you just chill out on and have fun with?
So I'm mostly into role-playing and strategy games, although I've played lots of different games, I suppose. And I also like co-op a lot. So for example, Divinity Original Sin is an amazing game.
Yeah. Especially
the second one that you can enjoy in co-op. And I've also played things like Stellaris or Civilization, Crusader Kings, Pathfinder Kingmaker. If you want to go really old, like Baldur's Gate 2, amazing game.
Wow. It's a lot of us seem to be into these kind of RPG, those RPG RTS style games. So it's quite interesting. It's it's weird.
Honestly, I think especially World of Warships is a lot. There's a lot of strategy involved, right? I'd like to compare it sometimes with something like chess or so. It's not like a shooter. It's not like you don't need good reflexes, right? You don't need immense reaction times. What you need is you need to think, right? You need to watch the minimap and you need to decide where to go.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, because of the amount of time it needs to actually, from your thinking to actually being in that position, it takes so much more longer with because the reaction time of the ships, rudder shift, these things don't stop on a dime. So you have to think way in advance of where you're going to be. So yeah, definitely right with that. And they do when you put it in that context, they do have a lot in common. Obviously, that having to think ahead of things and think where you're going to end up before you actually commit to a maneuver and things. So yeah, good link up there. Really nice. So how do you describe how do we describe Aetam's content? What sort of genre flavor do you give to your content?
Well, I mean, let's start with YouTube. Mostly on YouTube, I'm doing commentaries on replays, sometimes my own, often sent in by viewers. And I mostly like good battles, right? People send me stuff where they get like the Krakens and a lot of damage and so on. But I still try to focus at times on the reasoning behind and maybe look at the minimap and what the teams are doing. So I guess there is some educational, I mean, it depends on the replay. I try often to bring a little bit of educational parts in there. And then I have Project Wrecked as a series. That's just video clips with some editing and music that are fun. That's pure entertainment.
Awesome.
And then there is the live streaming. And I mean, live streaming, I try to be relaxed and to have, I guess, a nice atmosphere. I usually play music that I enjoy. I usually have a beer.
Cheers. Nice big stein there. What sort of beer are we on? What is it? Looks like a lager though.
Yes, well, I mean, in German we call that Pilsner. The Germans make a difference between Lager and Pils.
Yes.
So yeah, it's Stiegelpils, but it's probably not well known outside of Austria.
Fair enough.
And yeah, so when I'm live streaming, I also often try to explain what I'm doing. So I guess there's some educational thing in there, but mostly I also try to stay positive as much as I can, and I think like I usually stream in the evening, so have an relaxing evening, division up with friends, have a beer, have a chat with Twitch chat, and then sometimes you just end up talking half an hour about food, and forget to tell people about the decision making.
That's very true. Yeah, that's one thing I will say, by the way, that I've noticed as well, is that once food gets put into the equation in any conversation, time suddenly seems to disappear, and you end up like half an hour to 3 hours later with an absolutely huge tummy ache, thinking, God, I'm so hungry after talking about this food, and then you look at the clock and think, oh well, it's now 10:30 at night, and we started this conversation 3 hours ago, and I'm now so hungry I've got to eat, but it's too late. Food has that occasion. It does do that. So go on then. What's your favorite? What's your favorite food then?
Oh, favorite food. That's a tough one. I don't think I have a specific favorite food, but let's just say I enjoy not so healthy stuff. I mean, obviously, I like deep fried things. I like pizza. I like. I mean,
Not wrong with it, as long as everything in moderation, I believe, is the correct terminology.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, right? You can. I'm working on my beer belly, let's put it like this. But, to not get too fat, it's not just about what you eat. As you said, it's about moderation, right? You can totally stay in line with eating fried chicken. You just don't have to eat that much fried chicken. Exactly.
And so we're getting into the part where I must admit I'm having a lot of laughs with people. So, quote for your school yearbook. What would be the quote under your name for yourself?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that, and I think I'll go with the power of ale, you cannot fail.
With the power of ale, you cannot fail. I like it. I think that might have to get tagged in the title of this when we do it. What's your favourite band or song? Is there any sort of music or genre, or is it just a bit of everything? What sort of music do you like relaxing to or enjoying?
I'm mostly into rock and metal, to be honest, but I listen to a little bit of everything sometimes. But yeah, mostly I enjoy rock and metal and drinking songs. Like if it's like, for example, something like Irish or Scottish folk music. If it makes you want to rise your pint, then it's good music.
So, I suppose the perfect combination then would be a band, you probably do know them very well, would be Ailstorm, wouldn't it?
Oh yes. My follow alert is we are here to drink your beer.
Oh yes, I do like that band. It's one of the ones that I've got my own little YouTube playlist just for personal playlist away from everybody else. That click play and carry on playing on my own. And yes, Ailstorm, he's on there. I do like it. Right, joke time. Now, what have you got for us?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that, and I've decided, what do black humor and food have in common?
What does black humor and food have in common? Okay, go on.
Not everyone gets it.
Oh dear.
I've been listening to your other episodes, and I thought, after Jingle's joke, I thought we can run with that.
Oh dear. Yeah, we can go with that. I like it. So, Aetam, where can people find your content? Obviously, you've mentioned your Twitch and YouTube. You've got Twitter as well, I think, if I remember correctly, haven't you?
Yes, I have Twitter, although I have to warn you, Twitter is most of the time just cat pics. But, I do have Twitter.
Everybody likes a good cat pic. It seems it's Twitter is 99% cat pics and 1% usable information.
Like the rest of the internet, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Where are the dog pics, guys? Come on. Where are the puppy pics? Everyone likes that.
Cham Deer has a dog, so,
True.
Dog pics there.
True. Very, very true. And of course, we can't forget Son MG and Toby.
Oh,
the
yes.
one and only. Yes, the one and only. Well, there we go, guys. Aetam, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. I hope you found it just as chilled and easy as always.
Well, thanks for having me, and hope to see you guys in the future.
Yep, we will do indeed, guys. From Aetam, from myself, thank you so much. Aetam, cheers for taking the time out to join us. And guys, all Aetam's links will be in the description below. I will remind him to send me the links so I can do that. So, gentle hint there, please. If you haven't already, please feel free to subscribe and like, of course. And make sure you go and check out Aetam's links. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening, great afternoon. On the day we're doing this, actually, we should actually say Happy V Day as well. The 8th of May.
Yes.
A very poignant time for a lot of us. So, thank you, everybody, and we'll see you all again.
Bye.